Welcome back to my channel, guys. The title of this video is Feeling Stuck Doesn't Mean You're Failing. So let's get into it. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. Life isn't a straight line. It's a winding road with twists, turns, and sometimes even dead ends. And I know many of you can relate to this. The key here is to figure out how to navigate your way forward when the path feels unclear. How can we do this? How can we navigate a path moving forward from everything that's happening, around us? I just want to make it clear that if anyone here, like you, myself, or any other person is going through a hard time, I just want to let you know that it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly okay to be feeling stuck at some point in your life. At some point in your life, you may even start feeling a sense of urgency or a sense of I'm so behind my peers and I just can't seem to figure my stuff out. It's totally normal, and I just want you to know that sometimes life can lead to dead ends, but these dead ends don't have to be fatal. You can always back away from a dead end. Like, you can always retrace your steps. And how do we start to move forward from here? I think the first step is to acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge how you feel. The first step is to acknowledge the feeling. Don't bury it deep inside, and do not judge yourself for it. Do not judge yourself harshly. Write it down. Talk to someone you trust, or even say it out loud. I feel stuck. Shout it. Yeah, you should. I feel stuck. Giving it a name can make it less overwhelming and more manageable. But remember, it's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's a part of the process. The second step is to reflect on what's holding you back. Ask yourself, why do I feel stuck? Is it because of fear, lack of direction, comparison, or maybe burnout? Sometimes the answer isn't obvious, and that's okay. Because sometimes digging deep and being honest with yourself can reveal patterns and barriers you might not have noticed before. How can we start asking ourselves these questions of reflection? Well, firstly, ask yourself, what area of my life feels stuck? Is it my career, relationships, personal growth? Secondly, ask yourself, what am I avoiding, or what am I afraid to face? This question can be really, really powerful if you can figure out the answer. What am I avoiding? What is that thing that I keep running away from? What is that thing that I keep saying to myself, if I just do this thing, it will work out for me, but I'm too scared, and I'm too scared of people judging me. I'm too scared of what people are going to see when they look at me doing this thing, or I don't want to look stupid doing this thing. Like, bro, it's perfectly fine to look stupid. It's perfectly fine to look like an amateur. A businessman would never clown you for wanting to start a business. An athlete will never clown you for wanting to build your body up. A personal trainer will never clown you for wanting to get your personal trainer license. A scientist will never mock you for wanting to create the cure for cancer. It's just what it is. People who are on your wavelength, people who are on your frequency, can see that, okay, this guy wants it, this guy is hungry for it, this guy wants to change his life, or maybe he's just like stuck in his head. So ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What am I afraid to face? What is this thing that I cannot just confront? Like, it's a thing of confronting your fears, facing your fears, looking at your fears and saying, look, I won't let you control me anymore. I'm going to do what I set out to do. I'm going to do what I want to do, and nothing is going to stop me, even myself. So don't let yourself hold you back. Another prodding question we can ask ourselves is, what would my ideal life look like? What would my ideal life look like? Yeah, so what is that thing? Where is that end goal? Where is that end space? Where do you want to be in a few years' time? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to go? What country do you want to see in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years? Do you want to go to Switzerland? Do you want to go to Helsinki? Do you want to go to Spain? Do you want to go to Italy? Do you want to go to the Americas? Like, just make up your mind, bro. Where do you want to go? What does your ideal life look like? And embody that feeling. You need to know what it feels like to live as your higher self. Because if you keep living in struggle, or you keep marinating in your sense of survival, you're never going to thrive. So you need to embody what it feels like to be free. You need to put that image in your head, because that will make it possible. When you can envision yourself as a higher form than what you are, then you can take yourself from where you are to anywhere you want to be. You need to take small, consistent steps. Take small, consistent steps. Here's the thing. You don't need to have it all figured out to move forward, but you do need to take action. Progress doesn't always come from big, life-changing decisions. It often comes from small, consistent steps. Pick one thing. One small action can take today. Maybe it can take tomorrow. Maybe it can take a whole year. But one small action in the right step can change your life. Give it 6 months, give it a year, and see what happens. Maybe it's sending an email, signing up for a class, or just setting aside 10 minutes to brainstorm ideas. Movement creates momentum. Always remember that. Movement creates momentum. And I'll always talk about my YouTube channel, this very channel here. I always used to stall on creating a channel until one day I just took action and I started uploading my videos. I started refining my videos. I got a better microphone, and before you know it, I started taking small, consistent steps. I learned how to use graphic design software. I learned how to, research keywords for my YouTube SEO. I did all of these things myself because I know that deep down, if I keep at it, it will create momentum. Taking small, consistent steps can be scary. I know, because I've been there. But the truth is, when you start taking these steps, the road will open. When you start walking the path, the road will open. So you need to just start and take these small, consistent steps. Also, I know comparison is the thief of joy, because when we compare ourselves to other people, we just look lacking in comparison. So another tip for you is to stop comparing yourself to others. It's so easy to get stuck in the comparison trap, especially in the age of social media. Remember, you're seeing someone else's highlight reel, not the behind the scenes. Your journey is yours, and it's okay if it doesn't look like anyone else's. Instead of comparing, focus on what you can do today to get closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Please, the comparison needs to stop. You need to focus on what you're doing, because you cannot control any other person. You can't control other YouTubers. You can't control the YouTube algorithm. You can't control anything outside uploading your video. Excuse me. Except uploading your video. That's all you can control right now. So why not just do that? You need, I just know, if comparison was helpful, it would have helped me by now, but it's not. All I do when I compare myself to other people is just put myself in a position to always feel depressed, and I don't want to have that feeling stuck in my chest every time, just because I cannot keep to myself. So try to not let comparison steal your joy. Another helpful tip is to seek inspiration, not pressure. Seek inspiration, not pressure. Sometimes we just need a little spark to reignite our drive, right? And that might mean reading an inspiring book, watching a motivational, TED talk or something. Or surround yourself with people who lift you up. But be careful. It's not about pressuring yourself to achieve more. It's never been about pressure. It's about finding what lights you up. and reminds you of your potential. Like, I would always use YouTube for an example, because YouTube is such a great example of everything I talk about on this channel. When I first started my YouTube channel, I always used to look at bigger YouTubers in my niche and what they were doing. I was always steadily pressurizing myself, just because I saw these people achieving great things, even if I don't know how long it took for them. I don't know how long it took for these other creators to achieve these things. So why would I pressure myself? Over time, my mentality changed, because I started doing the work and I stopped seeking, validation. I stopped spying on my competition. I stopped watching their every move, and I just started seeking inspiration from them. Because the truth is, people who are in your field, who are in a higher position to help you, or who are in a higher position to inspire you and remind you of who you are and where you're going, these people are priceless. So I followed all of them. I followed everyone in my niche, and I just kept doing what I do, which is uploading my video game footage, adding my commentary, and hoping for the best, while also trying my best to make sure a lot of people get to see my work. That's what I want you guys to take away from this point. Another point is to be kind to yourself. You need to give yourself grace. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you failed. I'll keep saying this thing, because it's true. You're stuck. You're not a failure. Delay is not denial. It just means you're in a transition. Transitions are very difficult, but they are also where growth happens. So celebrate yourself, because you are where you're meant to be. All you need to do is the work. And you are also not alone. Believe it or not, you are not alone in this struggle of being stuck. You are not alone. Everything happens for a reason. You're probably where you're meant to be. I believe everyone is where they are meant to be. All the pieces on the chessboard are where they are meant to be. If you're a pawn right now, it's because you're meant to be a pawn right now. If you're a rook right now, it's because you're meant to be a rook right now. If you're a queen for a reason. If you're a king, you stay the king. If you're a knight, you're a knight for a reason. So play your position, and maybe just maybe you can change your rank, or you can move up. This is so important to remember, to be kind to yourself, because everything is not what it seems. People's progress is not what it seems. You could be comparing yourself to someone who is drowning in debt. You could be comparing yourself to someone who doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. You don't know who these people are, but you just want to compare yourself to them. So back to my previous point, like, comparison goes hand in hand. It is just in tandem with treating yourself poorly. If you're always comparing yourself to other people, then it means you are treating yourself poorly. Because someone who loves themselves, someone who wants to treat themselves right, will not compare themselves to other people. They would compare themselves to who they were yesterday. If you're feeling stuck, I hope this video gave you a little hope and some direction. Remember, you're not alone in this, and you're not meant to stay stuck forever. Life is always moving, even when it feels like you're standing still. Take it one step at a time, and trust that brighter days are ahead. That's what I'm doing. Thanks for watching, guys. If this resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. I will be uploading more frequently, as I have promised. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and keep moving forward. I am SSG signing out. Peace.